Hello everyone, welcome to Opsala 24/7. This is our platform GIB CIB English Medium. Okay everyone, today what are we going to talk about? I am going to talk about a very interesting and very important topic which is normally asked in the form of a case study in our examination. What's the topic? That is called depreciation. What do you mean by the term depreciation? Okay, to continue further, first of all, please share the session, like the session, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. And my name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I'm starting with the topic of depreciation with you. When we talk about depreciation, depreciation plays a very important role. Okay, everyone, when we talk about assets, assets can be tangible, it can be intangible. Depreciation, though, is a term which is more connected to the tangible assets, the assets which helps you to grow. For example, if I'm teaching you currently, I am using this mic as well as headphones, and I'm also using this digital pen. So when we talk about this digital pen, I'm using this digital pen over a span of time because I need it in my classes. But the point is, after a certain period of time, I normally change the equipment that I'm using. The reason is technological obsolescence. The digital pen tab that I had been using earlier were different, and then I came to know there was a new pen tab in the market which was better than the earlier one. And at the same time, my old one had scratches, had basically technologically gone old, and that is where it becomes outdated, है ना? So what do? You change. So the thing that you are using currently, because of the usage in the business, would lead to reduction in the value of that particular thing, be it our phone even. So in this case, if I would have bought my pen tab for say 5,000, the value of it would have been declined. It would have become 4,000, 3,000 over the period of time. I don't give this money to anyone, but yes, there is a decline in the value of asset. So depreciation is what we do is, see, we put it as an expense. How do we put it? If I say that there's something called 10,000 rupees ka asset. So if the asset is for rupees 10,000, then every single year the depreciation would be allotted, right? Over the span of 5 years, if it would become zero, then normally what I'll do is I'll divide it by 5. Uniform depreciation, if there, then this would be 2,000 each. Every single year, I would note down a decline, and by the end of the fifth year, it turns into a zero. So that's what we do in terms of depreciation. We charge depreciation over the time. It is also connected with the principle of going concern. Men may come and men may go, but the business is here to stay. And since the business is here to stay for a longer period, so we define that particular part in this manner. First method is one of the most common methods, which is called straight line method, also known as fixed installment method. And also, when we talk about straight line method, it is also called original cost method. So there are multiple names of this method. In this method, you charge a specific amount of money in that particular asset. Matlab the value doesn't change. For example, if I note it like this, the cost of that asset minus salvage value. If I sell it by the end of the life of that asset, that is called salvage value or residual value. This part is called your depreciation. This is your depreciable value, the value of decline that would occur in that particular asset because of usage, wear and tear, technological obsolescence, any of those reasons. Okay, that is, from your cost you remove whatever would be left by the time you are selling it, divided by life of the asset. So in this case, what happens is, for example, I bought a particular truck. I am into the business of transport. So what happens is, I bought a particular truck for 1,20,000. Then I by the time I'll be selling it even as scrap, now I will recover 20,000. It can live over a period of 10 years. So divided by 10. So in this case, my total depreciable value is 1 lakh, and you divide it by 10. So every year the depreciation is rupees 10,000. This is called straight line method, known as straight line method for one particular reason, that the value of that asset does not change at all. It remains constant, or it remains stable, or exactly same over the life. Still, this sounds very weird because every asset is not used in the same way throughout its life. For example, if I buy a laptop today, in my classes even, maybe I'll use it for 8 hours a day, maybe I'll use it for 4 hours a day, or maybe I'll not use it at all. है ना? So these things can vary. So how can we charge the same depreciation every single year? That is one of the limitations of straight line method. This is the first method that we have talked about. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is 10,000 per annum. Second method is called declining balance method, also known as written down value method, also known as fixed percentage method. In this particular area, the percentage of decline is fixed, but what is it based upon? When we talk about this area, that is of depreciation of WDV method, that is written down value method, how does it work? See, if whatever your opening value is say 10,000. Let's buy a particular car for 10 lakh rupees. I bought a car for 10 lakh rupees. The depreciation has been fixed at 10% at the rate 10% per annum. So remove 10% of opening value. That is, remove 1 lakh out of it. So whatever your closing balance is, which is again the opening balance for the next year, you're left with 9 lakh rupees. So next year you have 9 lakh rupees asset worth. So then what you do? Remove 10% of 9 lakh. Not the same amount goes away. Okay? So 10% of 9 lakh is 90,000. Then you are left with 8 lakh 10,000. Then this depreciation is on 10% is on 8 lakh 10,000 everyone. This would be 81,000. This gives me 729,000. 7 lakh 29,000 and this goes on and on. Got the idea everyone? This is how we define WDV method. You can see the depreciation is highest in the beginning and lowest by the end. It can never be zero in this case because even if 10 rupees are left, 10 rupees 10% of 10 rupees would be 1 rupee. So then in this case the depreciation would be charged and even then some part of that particular asset would definitely be left. This is one of the most common methods used and this is also recommended by income tax department as well. In the beginning, since the value of the asset is more, depreciation is more. By the end, the depreciation and the value of the asset both declines together. So this is one particular method which is most commonly used. That's the second method. Acha, what if I really want to save my time for this examination and really want ki if I calculate the value by the third year without doing this 10%, 10%. There's a trick behind it. Let's use a trick to find out how can we find out the value without using the entire method of WDV. Everyone, I bought a particular asset for 1 lakh rupees. So in this case, I had bought for 10 lakh, sorry. Let's buy a particular asset for 10 lakh rupees. And I want to know what is the WDV or written down value by the end of the third year. If the depreciation was 10%, every year what is going to happen? 100% is the total value. Remove 10% of it. That means every year what you're left with is 90% of the asset. है ना? Because if it was 100, 10% of it is removed every single year. So if it is 10 lakh, remove 10% of it, you're left with 90% of it. By the end of the second year, you're left with 9 lakh rupees worth asset. Then do 90% of it as well. That means by the next year, you're left with 8 lakh 10,000 rupees. Then if you do 90% of it again, you will get 729,000. So in this case, can you see whenever you are trying to find these things, you will get this particular answer in a very simple manner, right? So then whenever you are trying to use WDV, this is used only in WDV method. Whatever the total percentages, remove 10% to 11%, whatever your depreciation is. 100% minus your depreciation rate, whatever you are left with is basically your written down value for every year. If it is for 10 lakh, then Next year is 90% of it, 90% of it, 90% of it. If your depreciation is say 20%, then every year 100 minus 20%, what is left is 80% of your asset. So that's one particular trick which can be used in order to find out what is your WDV by the end of a certain period of time. Okay, next point is units of production method. This is a very, very easy method, everyone. When we talk about units of production method, what do we do in this method? Simple. If the value of that asset is 10 lakh and it can be used over a span of, say, it can produce 10 lakh units, or say, no, let's have 1 lakh units can be produced throughout the life of the asset, and currently we have produced 20,000 of it. So out of 1 lakh you have produced 20,000, that means 20% of it is gone. So depreciation will also be of 2 lakh rupees. Based upon what? It would be based upon the fact that the asset is utilized on the basis of the production. This is called units of production method, where depreciation would be charged on the basis of the production units total which are produced this year would determine the depreciation for this year. Thank you so much for being there, everyone. Be there and please keep on liking these particular sessions. These are added exclusively for you. Thank you. We'll be meeting in the next session with another topic. We did 3 topics today in terms of depreciation, 3 different methods. That is straight line method, written down value method, and units of production method. The entire process of depreciation was earlier stated under AS 6, which was later removed and now is a part of AS 10, which is property, plant and equipment, also called PPE. Thank you everyone. Bye bye and take care.